Hello everyone, welcome to another language arts lesson. Today we will be looking at suffixes. Of course, we'll be using our Literacy 1-2-3 text. And the story we'll be looking at is Big Yard by Jerry King. Now we have looked at this book when we were looking at prefixes. So my question to you is, what is a suffix? Wonderful. Take a look at the objectives that we hope to achieve at the end of this lesson. Objectives. You should be able to tell what a suffix is, identify the suffix in a word, explain the ways in which a suffix changes the spelling of words, state at least 5 commonly used suffixes, and segment words into prefix, base word, and suffix. A suffix is a letter or group of letters that is added to the end of root or base words. Some commonly used suffixes include ed, shon, ate, al, li, and ing. A suffix changes the meaning of a root or base word. Now, boys and girls, there are 3 things that you must bear in mind when you are looking at suffixes. Here they are. When adding suffixes to base words, there will be spelling change. When adding suffixes to base words, there will be spelling changes. Consonant doubling. The consonant is doubled so that the first syllable will form a CVC pattern. Most CVC words have a short vowel sound. For example, the base word run, R-U-N, R, which is a consonant, U a vowel, and N another consonant, CVC pattern, will change to the new word runner when the suffix ER is added. Notice that the letter N is doubled and there is a CVC pattern at the beginning of that word. The other thing that we must bear in mind is the ending letter of the base word. If the base word ends with a Y and there is not an A before the Y, we change the Y to I before we add our suffix. For example, the base word lonely, which ends with a Y, adding ness to it, which is our suffix, will give us the new word loneliness. Look carefully at the word loneliness. There isn't a Y in that word. Instead, there is the letter I. Remember, words ending with AY does not apply to this rule. The final thing we must bear in mind is words that end with silent E. Deleting the silent E. When a word ends with silent E, the letter is removed before adding the suffix, except S. For example, the base word care. It ends with the silent E. The C says K. Silent E at the end of that word makes the first vowel say its name, A, and the R says R. So the word is care. Adding the suffix ing. Care plus ing gives us caring. Notice E is not in the word caring. The word caring is spelled C-A-R-I-N-G. When we look at our story, we will come across several words ending with suffixes. Take a look at some of them. Suddenly, stopped, scraps, finally, and played. The word suddenly. Sudden is the base word and ly is the suffix. The word stopped. Stop is the base word and is the suffix. The word scraps. Scrap is the base word and is the suffix. The word finally. Final is the base word and ly is the suffix. And the word played. Play is the base word and d is the suffix. Work with a partner or in your small groups and see how many more words you can add to this list. Your teacher will check your books for accuracy. Now that you are finished, let us now learn the suffix song. I will sing it for you and then you can join me the second time around. A suffix is a syllable used at the end of words. A suffix is a syllable used at the ends of words. Able, ing, and to change the meaning of words. Able, ing, and to change the meaning of words. At the end of words changes them to nouns. At the end of words changes them to nouns. Teach changes to teacher and bake changes to baker. Teach changes to teacher and bake changes to baker. Lay at the end of words changes them to adjectives. Lay at the ends of words changes them to adjectives. Love changes to lovely. Fair changes to fairly. Love changes to lovely. Fair changes to fairly. Okay, boys and girls. Work along with your teacher and see how you can come up with other verses for this song. Did you enjoy the song? I know that you did, because I did. Now you're going to work along with your teacher to see how best you can come up with other verses for this song. Okay, let us move on to our next activity. You will now be engaged in segmenting words. We will be segmenting these words this way. The word uninterested. Un is the prefix. Interest is the base word. And the suffix is id. Uninterested. The next word is international. Inter is the prefix. Nation is the base word. And our suffix is al. International. Work along with your teacher to segment other words. Make sure to use the pattern we've just used. Now, we have come to the end of today's lesson. But before we go, let us review our objectives. Are you now able to tell what a suffix is? Identify the suffix in a word. Explain the ways in which a suffix changes the spelling of words. And state at least 5 commonly used suffixes. I know that you have answered yes. Until I see you again, have a wonderful day.